When I got to my best friend's wedding, I couldn't believe who the groom was. I've been best friends with Lacey since we were in diapers. We were opposites in every way. She was popular and outgoing while I was an introvert and tended to stick to myself. Everyone wanted to be her friend while I was content with being invisible. She always tried to include me, which I was grateful for. She was a good friend, and I was always covering for her when she snuck out of her parents' house or when she cheated on her boyfriends, sleeping around. After high school, we moved in together and I started dating this guy named Chris. He was like Lacey in a lot of ways, super fun and outgoing, which wasn't really my vibe, but I tried to keep up with him. Eventually, he got fed up with my personality and broke things off with me. I was devastated, and Lacey was there to pick up the pieces, threatening to beat him up for me. I thought that would be the last time I'd see him. But then a couple of years later, Lacey came to me, beaming and bouncing with excitement. "I'm getting married," she exclaimed. I was shocked because I knew she was still sleeping around with other dudes. I had the texts still from all the times she wanted me to leave the apartment so she could bring guys over. I stared at her for a moment in surprise before happiness washed over me, thinking she was finally settling down. "That's wonderful. Who is it?" She got a sly look on her face. "You'll have to come to the wedding and find out," she said. "It's next weekend." I was shocked. "How long have you been dating this guy?" "About 2 years," she shrugged. I gaped at her. "And you never told me about him?" I couldn't believe she kept this a secret for 2 years. How did I not notice? I was stupid for not realizing it sooner. She grinned as if she didn't just rip the floor right out from under me. "You're going to be so surprised when you see him," she said. I frowned, not liking the way she said that. "A good surprise?" She got that sly look again. "Of course. And the best part is that I want you to be my maid of honor." I smiled, feeling happy again. "I'd love to," I said. We partied that night, celebrating her news. I got started on planning the bachelorette party and her bridal shower, sending out invitations to all of our mutual friends. I met her bridesmaids, girls I've never seen her around before, so that was a bit of a shock, but I put that out of my mind. The day of the wedding dawned bright and early. Lacey had told me the ceremony was starting at 11 in the morning and told me to arrive 30 minutes early. I dressed myself up and drove my car to the wedding venue, a gorgeous white ranch-style house. I frowned. The place looked familiar, but I couldn't place it. I got out of my car and hurried around the house where the wedding was taking place in the backyard. I froze when I saw the ceremony was already in session. Was I late? I checked the time on my phone. Nope, I was early. Why was someone else standing beside Lacey holding her bouquet? I was so confused. That was when I saw the groom and the blood drained from my face. I couldn't hold in my reaction. I stormed down the aisle as the guests began whispering to themselves. Lacey spotted me, and instead of paling or looking scared, she looked smug. A grin spread across her face. "You're here," she exclaimed. "Isn't this a wonderful surprise?" I stared at her as tears began falling from my eyes, smudging my makeup. "How could you?" I asked hoarsely. She laughed coldly. "Why wouldn't I? Aren't you happy for me?" I finally found happiness. She ran her hands up and down the groom's arms, leaning close to him and pressing a kiss to the corner of his lips. My heart shattered when I saw them together. Chris, my ex, and Lacey getting married. The betrayal was heartbreaking, and I backed away quickly. I shook my head at her. "After everything I've done for you," I whispered. "All the times I covered for you. All the guys you cheated on, and I kept your little secret." I looked directly at Chris, and my voice rose in anger. "Did you know she's been cheating on you the whole time you were dating? I have the texts to prove it." I shook my head in disgust and showed Chris the text message thread between me and Lacey. "I'm done, Lacey. Find another friend to cover for you. You're dead to me." Chaos erupted as I turned and strolled away from the wedding with my head held high. That was when I realized why I knew that house. It was Chris's grandparents' house. I've been there once or twice when I was dating Chris. It was a week later when one of the bridesmaids from the wedding found me on Facebook and told me that the marriage didn't last. They were getting a divorce. I called that sweet justice.